quick disclaimer. Listen, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? This episode, you might want to listen with a full stomach, all right? Because today's episode is just all about food. We're talking big chicken. We're talking the taste of Dallas and so much more. Stick around. Again, maybe eat a little something while you're listening. I don't know. Eat a little snack. But here we go.
Welcome to the Red Pegasus Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Martin Garcia and Darian Clark.
Yeah, you heard the man. If you're listening to this on an empty stomach, you're doing yourself a disservice. So get some grub because we're going to be talking about it on the entire episode. But first, QOTD, question of the day. If you could disinvent one thing, Martin, what would it be and why?
This is a good question. I had some trouble trying to think of something because I was trying to think of something funny. You know, like the plastic tags or whatever that you get on your new shirts, like trying to, but I was like, I got to go a little bit further. So you know what? How about we go with spam in literally any category, yes, whether
please.
It's a phone call about my warranty. I don't have warranty, all right? I'm cheap. If it's a text message telling me that there's hot singles around, listen, I'm taken, bruh. And then emails telling me that my McAfee Norton account has gotten hacked and I need to give you my social security. Listen, bro, I got it. I know, okay? And the worst is probably at the store. When you're like at Walmart and you're trying to just go find yourself some batteries in the technology section, but that guy from Spectrum is there with his table waiting for all his victims.
Oh my goodness!
And it's like, what do you hate about your internet service? And you're just like, well, it's slow and my things just sometimes don't connect to the internet. And they're just like, oh, well, what internet provider do you have? And I'm just like, I have Spectrum, the one that you're working for. So nice try, buddy. But I've already got the crappy service thanks to you. But yeah, spam anything. I mean, just get rid of it. Just please. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of getting 10 million phone calls from numbers that I don't know.
Seriously, the calls are getting out of hand.
So out of hand. And then they try and like make it look like your number by having the first 6 digits the same and then like changing the last 4.
Smooth like, move.
Who are you trying to trick here? I'm so confused. But yeah, so spam whatever. I just hate it. Let's get rid of all of that. What about you?
Yeah, for sure. Agree there 100%. But to be contrary to your answer, I'm going to go ahead and disinvent like speed traps and red light cameras.
Oh,
like come on, cops, do your job.
That's good.
You don't need people assisting you in your job and just trying to catch people just to catch them so you could pay your bills. And
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Meet the quota.
Like, I know Texas has foregone red light cameras, so thankfully, Texas, seriously. Free state, we appreciate you.
Free state.
But I know it's all over. It's all over the country. You know.
Yeah,
it still is, and it's ridiculous that it is because, one, they cost so much money, but two, like, why do we need cops? You know?
Exactly.
Like, they're doing their jobs. Eventually, there's just going to be things everywhere, all over the roads. We're not going to need cops monitoring the roads ever anymore. So, yeah. And then speed traps, speed cameras. Come on, y'all. Like, everybody speeds, you know?
Yeah.
I understand that. Everybody speeds. We don't need traps here and there. So, I've thankfully never been caught by one of those.
Yeah.
But I know they're up and down 35.
Speed cameras?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like Alan's been caught one time. Alan got ticketed one time.
Really?
Yeah, heading up to Denton.
Wow, I had no idea. What do they look like?
I have no idea. I don't even think he knows. Like, honestly, they're just random.
Yeah.
And, like, you're not supposed to recognize them.
Because I've always gotten scared by those. Like, lately, DPD has put up those... Speed limit is 35 and you're going 40.
Yeah.
Those machines.
Uh-huh.
And I've always thought that those would be speed cameras.
And maybe they are.
But I mean, I speed through them all the time I don't have yet to get a ticket, knock on wood. But yeah, seriously, I hated those. And then you remember the camera that was on Valwood and Webb Chapel? That one's the worst because you're turning on like let's say you're turning on a yellow arrow.
Yep.
But the camera's like, oh, you're turned on red, so I'm going to take a picture of you.
Yep.
And it's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So it's either now I got to fight it or just pay the like $50 ticket, whatever it is.
Yeah, like, is it really that worth it? How much does it cost for those things to constantly take photos and stuff? You know,
but
what I mean?
that's how they get you, man. That's how they get you.
Yep.
Those are two good ones: spam and red light cameras /
maybe a
speed
few
cameras.
other options here that we could disinvent.
Yeah.
How about the atom bomb? Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Maybe let's get rid of that.
Crocs.
Crocs. Okay. Nice.
Cigarettes. They can be gone.
Yeah. Let's get rid of cigarettes. Not the best. Not the best.
Speaking of, did you see they I think it was FDA just completely overruled menthol. Like you can't have menthol cigarettes at all anymore in the entire country.
Oh, dang. I did not know that.
A lot of people smoke those.
Yeah.
So bet there are a lot of people pretty pissed about that.
They're tastier, apparently.
You're right.
I did not know that.
Shake weight. Let's disinvent that.
Hey, the shake weight. Chill, bro.
Auto tune.
Hey, auto tune.
Take
My boy T-Pain.
Take T-Pain away out of a job. Pop-up ads and selfie sticks.
Okay. I like the pop-up ads. Yeah. Selfie sticks, I really want to hate on, but at the same time, they do come in clutch.
Okay. So we'll keep those.
A little obnoxious, but they do come in clutch.
Short-arm people need them.
Exactly. And sometimes the long-arm people just need a break.
Yeah, for real, right?
I know that struggle. I know it. Anyway, so if you've been tuning in for several episodes, you probably know by now that Darian and I are a huge fan of probably just chicken places overall.
Yeah.
We've tried Dave's Hot Chicken, Lucky's, Palmer's. I think we've tried some other different places.
Yeah.
I don't know. But of course, when I saw this in the headlines, I of course had to bring it on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Everything's bigger in Texas, and that includes our chicken. The great Shaquille O'Neal is set to open his big chicken restaurants in the great state of Texas, including the one and only Dallas. So Houston, Austin, and San Antonio are some of the other locations as well. Founded by the Hall of Famer himself, Shaquille O'Neal, in Las Vegas. Other locations in the country include LA, Seattle, and then I believe they're in some stadiums like UBS Stadium. Do you know where that is? Do you know who plays there?
Oh, okay. I do not know where that is.
UBS Stadium and some others.
Cool.
So yeah, Shaq's bringing his big chicken restaurants to Texas.
What kind of category of fried chicken would you put this in?
I think it's are you talking about like chicken sandwich fried chicken?
Yeah, like is it like a Popeyes kind of place or like a Golden Chick kind of place? You know how they're kind of different?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of like a Chick-fil-A, or is it kind of like a hot chicken place, or is it kind of like a fancier spot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think it's a fancier spot. I don't think it's hot chicken necessarily.
Okay.
I want to say it's maybe like Golden Chick style, where you get tenders, but you also get like some chicken on a bone.
Okay.
But you also have like sandwiches and wraps.
Gotcha.
I think that's how this is. I haven't really looked too far deep into this, just because it hasn't really hit here yet. I think they've opened some in Austin already, but I'm not too sure. Officials for Big Chicken say they plan on moving towards West Texas, Oklahoma, or Arizona. What the heck? Arizona, and they actually just landed a deal for Idaho and Utah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
dude, he's spreading his chicken real quick.
Seriously, expanding big time. I didn't even know he had this place though.
I had heard of it, but I didn't know it was like. I thought it was just like a one-stop shop, one deal kind of thing, you know? Yeah. I didn't know he had his eyes set on taking it nationwide. Yeah. That's cool, though. Got to check it out. Do you know when it's coming in?
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I do not know when exactly.
Okay.
I don't think the article had said that yet.
Probably sometime later this year.
Since the day of recording.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure. Definitely want to check it out, though. I mean, I was checking out the website. They didn't even mention Shaq, so they're not even using him as a plug or like as a way to promote. So I'm pretty sure they're pretty up to par when it comes to chicken sandwiches and chicken products. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Shaq's Big Chicken making its way down to the great state of Texas.
Nice.
All right, so like I said, this episode is going to be a food episode. So now we're moving into this, and so Darian and I we share like a Google Doc, just trying to prep for the show. You know, we don't really script anything, but we need some ideas that we need to talk about. And this one is top 5 most popular chain restaurants in Texas.
Yes, sir.
And in parentheses, he put, "Don't open the link. I want to quiz you to see if you can guess."
Let's do it, man.
We'll see how I do. Oh man.
Okay, do you kind of get the gist of it? You know what that means by like popular chain restaurants?
Popular chain restaurants. So I would say, just for example, not necessarily this place, but like Pluckers.
Yes, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like all these places you tip a waiter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
That helps. You want to go straight into it?
Yeah. See what you got. Give us a guess.
So I think is top 5, and it's in Texas. I would assume Chili's is on there.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, buddy.
You got it. Number 1, man.
That's number 1?
Number 1. Most popular chain restaurant in Texas. That,
nice.
Honestly, so this article, it showed the top 5 in every state of America.
Yeah.
And Chili's was like number 1 on like 15 of those states.
Dude, what?
Across the South. Yeah, it's crazy,
Nice.
man. Chili's is legit.
It is legit. Old timer with cheese.
Is that your go-to?
Well, I think they have like the bacon one now.
Yeah, it's a safe bet for sure. That's good.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah, them craft burgers, man, they're dang good. The
Oh,
skillet queso, get some ranch with the chips. Dude.
yeah, range with the chips. Damn, bro, you going too far, dog. Come back to me.
Okay.
All right. So Chili's, honestly, I kind of felt like Chili's was a solid choice.
Yeah.
You tip at these places.
Yeah.
Popular.
If you need a
chain.
hint, I have 2 in my back pocket.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Olive Garden.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let's
Martin's
go.
2 for 2.
I don't know if
Garden's-
this is a good thing or a bad thing that I know these places.
Olive Garden is number 4 on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna throw this out there. This is probably a long shot. Texas Roadhouse.
Boom.
3 for 3. Let's go.
That was number 3.
Let's go. I promise you, I did not look.
Screw
at
this
those
article.
lists.
Martin's
I
is a
promise.
genius.
I promise. All right. So we got Chili's, we have Olive Garden, and we have dang, I just said it. What did I just
Texas
say?
Roadhouse.
Oh, Texas
I
Roadhouse.
honestly would have never have thought Texas Roadhouse.
You really?
I rarely think about that place.
Dude, I love
But it is
Texas
everywhere,
Roadhouse.
and it is good.
Yeah.
It's like a fancy steak at half the price of other steakhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yo, I saw this one Vine though where it was like, yo, you got to make sure these places are in check or something. Someone brought a scale and weighed their cooked steak, came out to like 3.67, and he was like, "Hey, yo, I ordered a 6 ounce. This ain't no 6 ounce, dog."
Oh my word, dude.
Yo, imagine if you just pulled up with a scale to Texas Roadhouse to check out the weight.
Good.
All right.
Number 2 and number 5. That's what we're waiting on, Martin. What you got?
Number 2 and number 5.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go. I've really only seen these places in certain parts of town.
Okay.
But I'm not. This isn't an answer. I'm just thinking out loud right now. Redneck Heaven, for some reason, is sticking out in my. Ooh, Cheddar's though. Cheddar's, that's kind of everywhere. Okay, or Chewy's. You also have Chewy's. I mean, you still kind of technically have Pluckers. I don't really know. I'm gonna go with Chewy's.
Nah. That was your first L.
Dang it.
Those were everything you mentioned were
Solid choices, right?
Yeah.
Those
So
are solid
definitely
choices.
on the right track here.
All right. You know what? I used it as an example, but I think I'm going to actually go with it. I'm going to go with Pluckers. Dang it.
That's a good guess, though. Both of those are like, honestly, at this point, iconic, known to Texas.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Both started here, and both are doing very well here.
I mean, I also want to throw freaking Red Lobster in there just because I always see that place
Honestly, though,
area.
Yeah, that's
in every area. And BJ's is another one that's just about everywhere.
Yeah.
You have On the Border. I'm trying to think of all the restaurants that are on Beltline.
Dog, you know a lot of restaurants. Dang.
Oh, El Phoenix.
Oh, that's a good guess, but no.
Dang it. Okay. All right, last one. If I don't get at least one, then I'm just gonna stop here, and you can
Okay.
you can say what the next two.
Let's see what you got.
All right, so let's see. What should I go with, peeps? What should I go with? Should I go with Red Lobster? Should I go with Cheddar's? Cheddar or Cheddar's? I don't even know. See, I already feel not right saying that because I don't even know how to pronounce it. Should I go with BJ's? No, well, let's go with Cheddar's. Dang it!
That I would have totally guessed that one though.
I seriously thought that was one.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. So what's 2 and 5?
Let me give you a hint. You've mentioned one of them. One of the restaurants you mentioned is on this list.
Okay. Well, dang. Which one's it? On the Border?
Nope.
Dang it.
Again, though, I would have guessed that.
What's another? What? Just say the top two or
Okay.
the 2 and 5.
Number 5 was BJ's.
Dang it!
Yep.
I knew I should have
Yep.
gone with BJ.
Yep, that was one.
Oh.
Number 2 is an acronym.
Oh, TGIF?
Nope. Good guess, though. Maybe 10 years ago. In Applebee's, maybe like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Go to
exactly.
this
When
list.
back in its prime.
IHOP.
IHOP.
Number 2.
Oh my goodness. How did I forget about IHOP?
Yeah, dude.
And Waffle House. That should definitely be number 1.
IHOP and Denny's own like a lot of these lists.
Oh, really?
Across the states for number 1.
Yeah.
I guess because they're open 24 hours. but
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, they owned a lot of the states list.
Dang. That was a good list, though.
Yeah.
That was a really good list. I like that
Honestly,
one.
I was surprised to see BJ's beat out places like On the Border
Seriously?
and Cheddar's and a lot of the ones you mentioned. Red
Pluckers,
Lobster.
I mean, come on now. Yeah,
Pluckers,
Red Lobster.
Chewy's. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I definitely thought Red Lobster had to be up there, but I wasn't too sure. You like my little redneck heaven? So whenever, as I was trying to think of these restaurants, if you're from around the area, you might know what I'm talking about. But like 35 and up in Louisville,
Yep.
right next to Vista Ridge, or what used to be Vista Ridge. I was
Yeah,
trying to think of
whatever it
those
is now.
restaurants.
Yeah.
And then I tried thinking of the restaurants off of 30 and 635, which is Texas Roadhouse,
Yep.
Olive Garden, Lobster.
The restaurant
And-
rows across town.
Yeah. And then I tried to think of all the restaurants on Beltline in Addison,
Yep.
like Time Machine and Hooters. Oh,
Yeah.
you see, Hooters would have been
That would have
another
been a good
one.
guess, yeah.
Oh man, that was a good list though.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good list. What do you have any restaurants that honorable mentions? I guess
Outside of the ones we have mentioned already.
yeah. Well, outside of the top 5.
Oh, I don't have it on the list. No.
Oh, okay.
That was all that was on the list.
But I would throw Pluckers in.
yeah, I would too for sure.
I would throw Pluckers in for sure on the top 5.
Boomer Jacks.
Boomer Jacks. Okay.
They've been blowing up recently.
All
There's a lot of those around here.
Bombshells. Hey, yo, chill, bro, chill. All right, moving on. Hey, yo. So speaking of food, you want to talk
Yes.
about this? Because I think you put this in here.
Absolutely. Taste of Dallas is returning.
Okay.
I think it took a couple years off due to, the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to eat and walk around amongst a bunch of people in the middle of a pandemic. But yeah, I believe it's back, and it's 36th annual Taste of Dallas. And this year it's going to be at the Dallas Market Hall, just north of downtown, from June 10th to 12th.
June 10th through 12th. Okay.
Yep. Foodies can gather for both indoor and outdoor offerings from North Texas's best and brightest. Some of the main attractions include a barbecue showcase by Smoke and Sauce, a grilling demo by Premier Grilling, and every bacon lover's dream, a showcase from Bacon Land.
Ooh.
Already got me sold. Bunch of meat.
Yeah, seriously.
For taco enthusiasts, the Tacophoria attraction will bring together various offerings from taquerias, and you can even get your fried food fix at its So Fair attraction. There'll be plenty of food to indulge in, so get involved early with free general admission tickets for all attendees on June 10th, which I believe is the Thursday. Wait, no. That's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Yeah, that's a Friday. Cool. So, yeah, it's free on Friday.
Dang. What a place.
Yeah.
I mean, I love me some free stuff. So the fact that you can eat for free basically on Friday?
Absolutely. They have all kinds of restaurants, both ones you've heard of before and some that are new to the area. For example, New York's Van Leeuwen serves up famous ice cream in West Village.
Nice.
They're going to be there promoting their new shop because they're new to the area. A rustic California-based restaurant and bar district is making its Texas debut in Addison. They're also going to be there. Little Elm's new restaurant called Tin Man Social has emphasis on family-friendly entertainment, food, and games, indoor and outdoor dining. They're going to be showcasing some of their craft food there at Taste of Dallas.
Nice.
So yeah, lots of ones you've heard of before, like the ones we mentioned, with Smoke and Sauce, Bacon Land, and the Taco Foria attractions, but also new ones that are new to the area. Going to be promoting their stuff. So, you want some good food, man, this is their time to shine, their time to showcase. So, this is the time to go in and try it all out. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
So, again, it's June 10th through 12th. It's a Friday through Sunday at Dallas Market Hall off of 35, just north of downtown.
Now, it hasn't always been at Market Hall, right?
It has not, no.
But Market Hall does host things like this
kind
of almost all the time, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
I believe it's usually at Fair Park.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But I think they're moving it indoor because it is hot, you know?
Yeah. Tell me about it. We're a little nervous about the wedding.
Yeah.
A little Texas summer wedding. Hey. We're not too sure how that's going to turn out.
Been there, done that.
Exactly.
Just pray for no rain.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. And then don't forget June 10th. That's the free day where you can go check out some of this food.
Yes.
Nice. 36th Taste of Dallas. 36th annual Taste of Dallas.
That's right.
All right. So real quick, follow us on social media wherever you can at Red Pegasus Pod on Twitter and Instagram. If you look up the Red Pegasus Podcast on Facebook, you'll find us there as well. Suggs and Rec, you want to move on to this section real quick?
Yes, sir. You got a song?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sweet. Let's do that.
So my boy Jack Harlow,
Yes.
which if you don't already know, fire in the game. His song Dua Lipa.
It's called Dua Lipa?
His song is called Dua Lipa, yeah.
Huh.
And, I think he's shooting his shot to Dua Lipa. I think that's what the whole song is about. But my favorite part is the fact that he shouts out Luka in the song, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his little line there about Luka is, fade away, I let that Luka knee up.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And it's like in the chorus, so you hear it multiple times. Okay. And I was just like, all right, Jack Harlow throwing a little Luka reference there. Someone at work actually told me about this.
Yeah?
Yeah. He actually just came out with an album not too long ago. And jamming out to that right now. Pretty good. For me, Jack Harlow is a breath of fresh air when it came to like the rap industry.
Yep.
I wasn't a fan of all the littles out there that were starting to come out. And so with Jack Harlow coming out, it was just kind of like, okay, finally a younger guy who can drop some bars.
Yeah.
But for sure, give that one a listen. Dua Lipa by Jack Harlow. Shouts out our boy Luka.
Yeah.
Luka in that jump shot.
I feel you with that. I have, been since pulled away from the hip hop industry, but the stuff that I've heard from Harlow, I'm like, okay, there is there's a bright side to the future of hip hop, right?
Exactly. Dude's got some bars. I mean, he's not Childish Gambino level, but definitely, like I said, a breath of fresh air compared to some of the other people who are out there.
And now he's shouting out the Dallas Mavs. Come on with it.
I mean,
okay. Well, for me, Martin, have you ever heard of a guy named Michael Kiwanuka?
I have not.
Okay. I first discovered this artist from the show Big Little Lies on HBO. Did you see that show?
I have.
Okay. Pretty good show, right?
Yes.
A drama, murder, mystery kind of deal.
Yes.
He is all over this soundtrack. So I imagine when you hear a song, you'll be like, okay, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Because it was all over this soundtrack, which I love, like show and movie soundtracks I'm all about.
Yeah.
So I first discovered him then, which was what, back in 2018 or 2019 when that show came out. He released a self-titled album in 2019, and it is stellar. It's one of those albums that I can almost run through the whole thing and be like, man, I'm changed now that I've heard this kind of music. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's like a book, you know? Like, you can't just listen to one song out of the whole album because you won't get the full picture of him.
Yeah.
But the dude is like a fine twist mix, if you will, of like R&B, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of folk, a little bit of alternative. He's just like a little twist of all that, you know?
Yeah.
But he's from Uganda, so he also mixes in a little twist of like the African culture within his music.
Okay.
People have said his voice reminds them of Bill Withers, the great Bill Withers, who's since passed away.
That's not nice, but the comparison is nice.
Right. I got you. But yeah, he spent a year with Kanye when he was producing Yeezus.
Yeah.
And Kanye invited him out to come like write with him, produce this album with him.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was there, he was like, he kind of hit a wall of like, I don't know who I am anymore, and I don't like being around this guy, essentially. So the dude just jetted out of there and wrote this album about his experience with Kanye and how he made him feel like a lesser of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like kind of just like told him off like, look, if you're going to make this in this game, you got to be confident. You got to be like out there, you know, like you can't just be subtle with your personality and like write slow crap and be done with it. You know, like you got to be out there. You got to write good stuff. And like, stuff.
You're impersonating Kanye right now? Yeah. Okay, because I can imagine how Kanye would be saying all of this and it would not be good.
I went down this deep rabbit hole of looking up Michael Kiwanuka, which is kind of why I know of this situation with Kanye. But anyway, he wrote this album about his time and his exchanges with Kanye and how he has since formed himself and found himself within music. So
nice.
This, I know I just said don't pull a song out of this album, but if I had to, I would say listen to Hero by Michael Kiwanuka, which Kiwanuka you spell it Kiwanuka. Again, just a great subtle combination of R&B, folk, alternative, and then he even has like a little bit of hip hop within his stuff. And he grabs traditions from his Ugandan culture and heritage when it comes to music. So he has like subtle little marimba touches. I don't think it's a marimba, but it sounds like a marimba within his songs, and it's just like groovy, man. It's so sweet. So yeah, the song is called Hero by Michael Kiwanuka off of his 2019 self-titled album. And I know I kind of went on a ramble there for a bit, but
no, I love the insight.
That's my suggestion for y'all.
And
so check 'em out.
I actually do know this person because of what you said about the reference to Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
I was somewhere and I think we were just kind of like listening to Amazon radio or whatever.
Yeah.
And he came up and I was like, wow, I've never seen this person before, because it kind of shows you like a album cover or whatever on TV.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I've never seen this person before. And then the song started to play and I was like, wait, this sounds so familiar. I realized it was the intro to Big Little Lies.
Oh, yeah.
And that's him, right?
Yeah. He has the intro to that, yeah.
Yeah. And that song is also really good. Nice. I'm going to have to check this one out. Hero. Yeah. And how do you say his last name again?
Kiwanuka.
Kiwanuka?
Yeah.
Cool.
Another one on that album is I've Been Dazed. Again, stellar, man. It's so smooth and groovy.
Where did you see the Kanye reference?
I just looked it up.
Okay.
I just looked up this album. And it brought up his interaction and his time with Kanye.
Okay.
He literally was invited by him to come out to Hawaii as he was producing and writing Yeezus.
Yeah, nice.
And then he like got fed up with Kanye and how he acted towards him and talked towards him. He just left.
Dang.
Came back and found himself in music and wrote an album about it. Yeah.
Dang, what a move.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I feel like Kanye is definitely too much to handle for some people.
Yeah.
So I watched the Genius documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I've been watching the Kardashians on Hulu. And the last episode that I had watched, Kim was like talking to Khloe, and they're just on this hike, and she's talking about the divorce and her appearance on SNL. And she's talking about Kanye and just saying, like, you know, Kanye wasn't really too happy about the joke I made, but I made a joke about everyone. Like, that, I mean, even joked about myself. Like, that's the whole point of the show.
Right.
Blah, blah. And she was like, I think Kanye took it so hard because Kanye gets everything that he wants. Like, and after seeing the Genius documentary, I can see how that's so true because, dude, as crazy as you might think that guy is, he is so ambitious and will definitely achieve whatever goals he has in mind. I mean,
from day one.
Seriously.
Like trying to just get in with Jay-Z.
Seriously.
And Rockefeller. You know, like that dude was like every day up in somebody's office, in somebody's ear. Yeah.
Did not care who you were. He was going to keep coming at you until you actually sat down and listened to him.
Yep.
But yeah, so I can only imagine what he had to go through while in Hawaii with Kanye and trying to like deal with that personality.
Yeah.
Definitely polar opposites, I can assume.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so once again, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Red Pegasus Pod, and Facebook as well, Red Pegasus Podcast. Shouts out to Crossbar once again hosting us. I think this is our new home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is our new place.
I think so, man.
This,
their hospitality, they're serving hearted. Man, they're incredible over here. So
the best.
If you love soccer, you love beer, you love hanging out with people, talking to people, come on up here. It's Crossbar Soccer and Beer in Richardson.
Seriously, I mean, even if you don't like soccer, or, I mean, they had an F1 watch party when the F1 was in Miami.
It's true.
Should have gone into that because, oh my goodness, was every A-list celebrity at that place.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if you tell Preston, like, hey, man, there's an MMA fight, like, can we watch it on one of your screens? I'm sure he'll pull it up.
Oh, yeah.
And pull it up for just you, for that one person who wants to watch it.
He will.
So definitely check out this place, Crossbar Soccer and Beer in Richardson area. Very home and relaxed and just overall nice atmosphere.
Yep. And if you want to play soccer, you can use code Pegasus to play some free pickup.
There you go.
Every night of the week. So come check it out.
There you go. Check this place out. Really dope place.
Oh, Martin, one last thing. Did you see this? Researchers continue to find creepy dolls washing up onto Texas beaches.
Dolls?
Apparently, they've been finding 2 to 3 dolls a month.
Dolls?
Like baby dolls. Washing up on Texas beaches 2 to 3 a month.
Yeah, I'm not going near that. That's some haunted.
Texas
right
beaches
there.
are already trash. Now you add this, I'm out.